Well, so much for not crying. I've been bawling ever since I got here. So, and when that's the first time I've ever seen Kim get through something like that without crying. So, nice job, brother. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Just thank you so much. I think Kim would say the same thing as I would say. I remember first starting the Miracle League at Southhills about 12 years ago. We kind of did these together. And, I think one of the things that we've realized is that it's gone way beyond our dreams of what the impact in the community that would have. And this is just such an example of what these fields and these kids and the families and just what it means to so many different people. So for all you guys that came out today, I'd love to give you a round of applause, and you should give yourselves a round of applause for being here. Before I forget, I want to thank our director of the Miracle League, Tim Gephardt, and Miranda Klein for the brainchild of really putting this together and getting together with Kim and Bonnie. And it's one thing to talk about it, but I always think it's another thing to take action and make it happen. And when you're involved with Kim Nuxhall, as you heard, Kim's like, yeah, let's do it. Let's start doing it tomorrow. Then he'll call. I was always like, hey, this is a good idea, Kim. And Kim would call the next day. He's like, hey, the ball's rolling. We got this. We're going to do that. God, I was just throwing an idea out there. But you tell Kim something, you better be careful because you'll have this craziness going on. Tyler Bradshaw, thank you, brother, for all you do, man. What a wonderful, wonderful addition. Hamilton Jones just years ago. You were out for the games, amazing. Sheila Gray, what a wonderful human being you are.
Thank you.
I still remember being at the luncheon with you 12 years ago, just so special to this community. All the people in Cincinnati, I was just doing a gratitude journal this morning and I wrote about Cincinnati and just the 8 years here and just there's so much love in this community and it just, you always just keep proving it, and today's just another example of the love in this city and out here in Fairfield and Hamilton and everything. So thank you so much for showing up for us. It's funny, I bust Kim's chops on this one because it's just so funny. When he wrote me that letter back in, I think it was 2004, 2005. So he writes me this letter, and I've known Nuxie for years, right, Joe? And Joe's the best, the greatest was Joe. I was telling Nux, I was like, Joe used to come in every morning, like we'd get ready for whenever we'd have a day game, Nuxie would be there first, just crushing the spread before he went upstairs to do his thing. And he loved hard-boiled eggs and liverwurst. And I'm like, Joe, this is disgusting. He's like, you gotta like a good liverwurst sandwich, you gotta get in there, Casey. It's so old school. And I think Rick Stowe and Bernie Stowe would put out the liverwurst, and Joe was the only one that would eat it. And Joe would come up and he'd be like, and I remember one day, Joe would talk.
Oh no.
Technical difficulties. Okay. I got a loud enough mouth, I could scream. So we're good in all aspects. But Joe would come up and we would be at the spread and he would be like, double. No, it might not. Okay, whoa, now we're good. So Nuxie would come up in the mornings, I'd be like, Nux, man, you got your hard-boiled eggs or liverwurst sandwich, you're ready to go. And I remember one day, Nuxie would talk and he'd be like, Case, you gotta get into liverwurst. And I remember this one day, this hard-boiled eggs was flying out of his mouth. I'm like, oh my God, it's coming right for me. It just landed right on my forehead. He's like, oh, sorry about that, Case. Pulled it off. I was like, maybe I gotta get into that hard-boiled liverwurst sandwich at some point, Nux. But you guys know how wonderful Joe and rest your soul, rest in peace, Donzetta, what wonderful people. The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree with Kim and Phil and obviously Bonnie. But it was funny when I got that letter, I always joke with Kim, I get this letter, hey, Sean, just want to reach out to you, see if you want to join in the character education program, blah, 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 and then he signs it, Kim Nuxhall. And I remember thinking, I didn't know Joe had a daughter. And then I met him, like, oh, it's a son. So Kim and I have been dear friends ever since then. And one last quick story. I remember one of the first things we did, we went to Fairfield Elementary School, and Joe picks me up in his like white van. He's like, all right, here we go. I thought we were like delivering goods or something. I'm like, where are we delivering food to? We roll up into Fairfield Elementary School in 2005, and I get out of the van, and these kids are just barreling down the hill, right? And Nuxie's about to get out, puts it in park, and I get out of the van. This third graders come flying down. They're like, what's up, man? What's going on? I was like, what's going on today? He's like, you haven't heard? I go, no, what's going on? He's like, Joe Nuxhall and Sean Casey are here. And I'm like, no way, man, where are they? He's like, they're down there. So wonderful. So wonderful. Oh my God, so wonderful. But I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for coming out. Thanks for being a part of these fields and these kids' lives. We thank you so much for the Southhills Miracle League, our families and our players. We are so excited to be here. It has been a magical day for us, 2 days for us. But we are so grateful for that entrance you gave us off the bus. We will never, ever forget this. And I just want to say, we're going to reciprocate this next year. We're going to do it in Pittsburgh. Please. We've got a lot to live up to, Kim. That's not a, we're already talking about it. What are we going to do next year? How are we going to figure this out? You know what I mean? We're going to have to get, we don't know what we're going to do. We're going to get Johnny Bench there. We're going to see if all the big dogs will come out or something. You know what I mean? I'm calling every favor I have to get this thing going. But just want to say next year, if you can, when we get the date, please come to Pittsburgh. It's a 4-hour drive. Come join us for the weekend. We would love to have you guys and be a part of it. So thank you so much for today. Let's have a wonderful, wonderful time. And Kim and Bonnie, from the bottom of my heart, I love you guys so much. Thank you.